If you search the 186 visa right now, these 6 questions you'll find come up again and again. And most of the answers that are floating around online are either outdated or oversimplified or just wrong. So let's go through the real answers one at a time right here. Starting off with, can I include family in my application? So generally, yes. A spouse or a de facto partner and dependent children can be included as secondary applicants, and they'll need to meet health and character requirements as well. So the one thing that many people miss is that adding family members add costs, and it can also add to your processing time. So especially if additional health and character requirements need to be checked. So check your timeline, check your budget. Next one, what happens if I leave my employer before the 2 years? So this is the one that causes a lot of anxiety. What will happen if I leave before the first 2 years? And here's the key distinction. Once your 186 is granted, it's essentially a permanent residency, which cannot be cancelled because your employment situation changes afterwards. The 2-year requirement is more so eligibility for your TRT, not necessarily how long you're locked into your employment contract once you're granted this visa. Next one, how long does it often take? All right, so this one will vary significantly based on what occupation you're working in and whether or not you have an accredited employer. The direct entry stream is by far one of the slowest right now. But if you have an accredited sponsor, it does tend to move along a little bit faster. But the reality is there's no one single number that applies here, and anyone who's quoting an exact timeline to you without really knowing your occupation is really just guessing. Okay, so the next 3 questions are often asked together and revolve around Medicare, tax, and citizenship. So once your 186 is granted, you are eligible to enroll in Medicare. And for tax purposes, you do become an Australian tax resident when you're living here as a PR holder. And citizenship, so once you are granted that visa, most 186 holders can apply for citizenship after meeting the general residence requirement, which broadly means enough time physically in Australia as a permanent residence alongside some of the other criteria that the department assesses individually. Now, the next thing I want to touch base on is common refusal reasons. So one of the most common reasons you'll find this application is refused is often because of incomplete documentation, the salary doesn't meet the market rate, or the role hasn't been as mapped out as it should, which really emphasizes on how genuine this position is. So make sure you're reviewing all of this before you lodge your application. These were some of the most asked questions that we get. If there's anything else that you're looking to get answered, comment down below and we will definitely assess your situation right now and give you a bit of a straight answer. You can also book in a free consultation with our team via our website, which is linked down below.